Hi, I'm Varun. I'm a software engineer at X.ai. At X.ai, we're building an artificial intelligence assistant that does one thing and one thing for you, which is schedule meetings. And I am responsible for the backend portion of the system, where I build a software that decides what is the email that goes out depending on what people said, told Amy in the email. I did work closely with the founders of X.ai to at least set up the initial infrastructure and make some of the initial technology decisions. One of the technology decisions we had to make was, okay, fine, what are the choice of languages that we're going to use for X.ai? Given our experience with Python, sort of the first choice was, okay, should we use Python for this? We quickly realized that we had run into some issues with Python, both technically and both from a people organization perspective. We really wanted something where we can build a console for labeling data, learn what do we need to improve the machine learning models, and iterate on the console and the labeling data again. So we did super fast iteration on this. We realized that we need for super fast iteration is that a single team, hopefully one developer needs to be able to control both the UI and the backend associated with it. So it made sense that we should have one language for both the backend and the front end. We went for JavaScript. But on the other hand, we knew that JavaScript is not great for machine learning. We realized that there's going to be a lot of complicated rules that we need to build to make Amy sound intelligent. So for that, our experience with Python showed us that if we go with the dynamically typed languages, it had led to more bugs as we were writing it, and we had to do a lot of workarounds to reduce the number of bugs. I was personally getting more interested in functional programming. The co-founder, Matt, was getting more interested in functional programming. And we thought if we went with Scala, it would help us reduce the number of bugs. It would help us write better software. But also, we got a decent idea that we may be able to attract very good talent. And obviously, we always had an escape path. So if the system don't work out for some reason, or if we were not able to actually do work in Scala very well as a company, we always had the escape paths to Java. But it has turned out to be pretty successful. We don't have any Java code in our system, and we have really scaled our Scala team. One of the things we have done is decide when to use Scala and when to use JavaScript. Anything that is associated with the browser-side client, any sort of a user-facing console, or anything that talks to a third-party API, for example, Google Maps, Google Calendar, etc. We use JavaScript for that. It's just really, really easy to write services and using HTTP APIs and things like that. Anything that uses complex business logic or machine learning, any sort of a complex ruled engine, those are typically written in Scala. If we were to do something today differently, we would have hired a strong Scala engineer right from day zero. That would have really set the stage for how we develop Scala. So one of the problems with Scala is that it's not opinionated enough. You get various different ways of programming Scala. Another sort of challenge that we have had is the integration between the Scala and the JavaScript components. We would have thought a lot more about how the Scala systems and the JavaScript systems integrate with each other, and how we can ensure that changes to the Scala system and the JavaScript system are pushed safely so that there are a lot fewer bugs. Someone who joins a company, they come with expertise in Java, Scala, things like that. But once you get inside, right, people who are expert in Scala right now, they get they're exploring TypeScript and JavaScript, and people who are in JavaScript, they are exploring Scala and type language. So there's so much opportunity for learning over here. It's made our work a lot more fun.